Good morning, Frank Watkins, 15th of November 2022. The All Lord's down about 10 today, which isn't a bad result given the Dow's 200-point pullback. Thank you to someone. We have a query that I'm going to attempt to answer regarding the trend channel indicator and the bar trend chart of our own making. About 24 years ago, I went to a group of engineers with a concept of developing a chart whereby if the price was rising, the chart would be green, and when the price was falling, the chart would be red. Now, that sounds simple, but bottom line is we're trying to identify a trend solely from the data. Now, the first thing we had to work out with these engineers is what is a trend. If something goes up for 2 days, is that a trend? If it goes up for 3 days, is that a trend? There's a trend towards four-wheel drive ownership, but are we driving Toyotas or Mitsubishis? Are they two-door, four-door, tray top, rhubarb? You need to know some detail. So we had to establish what is a trend, and the best we could come up with was once a price has moved in a direction, one direction, for 21 days, then the trend is established, and it should continue for a further length of time. Now that sounds pretty loose, but the interesting thing is when we were testing, we tested basically is 2 days a trend, is 3, is 4, is 5, is 6, through to 100. And the best fit was 21, which lo and behold happens to be a Fibbo number. So when it comes to the programming, we developed a system using mathematics, mean reversion, and standard deviations, basically. And through those maths, we would come up with the trend change and the trend channel indicator, as we call it, and the trend channel chart. So what we're looking at here with the All Ords, we had a downward trend here with the red data, and for those who are colourblind, you may wish to change your green and red, otherwise things are going to get a bit difficult. Back here we can see a black tick. Now, on that day, 22nd of August, the trend changed. We went from green to red. And we stayed there until the 25th of October. Now, on the 25th of October, through pure mathematics, the trend changed. But we have to have 21 days to establish whether or not that trend is going to continue. So far on the All Ords, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 16 days starting to establish this upward trend. After 21 days, if we stay in an upward trend, all of this data will turn green except this black tick from the 25th of October. That stays there as a reminder of when the trend started to change, as we have the black tick back here on the 22nd of August. So it's being maths, it's pretty strong. I know that it works brilliantly on some of the very, very low-priced stocks when they've been going sideways for months and you suddenly get a black tick, it is not to be ignored. So let's see if we can find a few of these. Scan for patterns and events. Trend channel indicator break up, and we'll leave it at that. The only other filter price range from 1 cent to $50. Let's see what changed trend. Actually, we'll exclude intraday data. I want to know what changed trend at the end of yesterday. Let's start scan. We've got 30 of them. Now, even on this piece here, been going down for some time, but this sideways movement is enough to have given us the first black tick. That might be indicating a trend change on 81H, or no, 8IH. Let's try and find something a bit better. Okay, AFG. Now we have 2 days of black tick. So the trend changed on the 14th, yesterday, and is continuing today. So that to my mind is a pretty good indicator that AFG has changed trend. Despite the fact, pretty early days, we should be waiting for the 21 days. AUT, another very good example, changed on Thursday, as did a lot of things. Okay, nothing there on BMN. I'm not sure why that has come up, but we don't have the black tick there. BSE, a couple of black ticks there. So BSN, the same. CIA, again, we changed trend yesterday. So that is what the trend channel indicator is, and that is how it works. So I'll leave that thought with you. Any other questions, please send them in. Talk to you later. Cheers.